Adhan ngekutusibwako.
Hotel Africana. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
Dua after adhan. اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة وبعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته. O Allah, Lord of this perfect call and this prayer to be established, grant Muhammad al-Wasila a high and special place in Jannah, and al-Fadila a rank above the rest of creation, and raise him to a praise platform which you have promised him.
Adhan ngekutusibwako.
Hotel Africana. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Eno ye Salam TV.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nze Mariam Businge wano ku Salam TV olutimbe olw'emirembe nkwaniza ku programu yaffe y'olwaleero obulamu. Njagala kujjukiza bannaye omumanyi wa Salamu agenda mu maaso era twagala kwebaza mwenna basponsa baffe Navi World, Chapa General Enterprises, Infotrust, Sams, mwenna n'abalala betusuubira okweyunga ku guno omugendo ogw'omumanyi wa Salamu Regional 2026. Olwaleero nkyaddeko ku Ministry of Health. Bano be batwala ebyobulamu wano mu Uganda era twabagamba wano ku programu ffe tubaleetera abakugu beereere. Naye olwaleero nina omukugu okuva mu National Disease Control agenda tubuulira kiki ekigenda maaso mu Uganda. Abazadde mubadde muli eyo nga mugamba abaana baffe babakebedde bino mwaba ababooda temwagala bakebera ate nga kiyamba ffe. Naye campaign zino ziba ziruubirirwa ki? Olwaleero kabatubuulire ddala minisitule kiki kyetutegekedde ate kiki kyegenda okukola maaso awo okulaba nti mbwe ebirwadde ebimu tubirinnyeko enfeete. Nsanyusa okulaba nnyabo. Amanya gaffe buzaako abatulaba obabuulire gwani.
Amanya gange nze Dr. Tuyabwe Stavia nga ndi commissioner wano mu kitongole ky'obulamu nga mpulira zino endwadde ezisaasaanya kuva ku muntu kugenda ku muntu omulala ze tuyita communicable diseases. Yes.
Okay. Omuntu ayinza obutategeera. Okay, let me switch a little bit. What are communicable diseases?
Now, communicable diseases are diseases that when you have the disease, it can move from you to another person. It can move from a person to a person. It can move from an animal to a person. Those are the communicable diseases.
Okay, tell us some of the, because our viewers would like to know some.
The major communicable diseases we have in our country that are of serious public health importance. You must be knowing about malaria. Okay. Yes, malaria is a communicable disease. It is our biggest cause of illness in our people. Yesinga okutusomooza ng'abantu eggwanga lyonna. Ate malaria eyo era yesinga n'okutta okusinga ku abaana abato abali wansi w'emyaka 5. Abasinga bateera kufa omusujja guno gw'ensiri oba malaria.
Okay.
Endala endwadde yetuteekako ensira nga communicable disease ye HIV/AIDS. At least fena mu ggwanga tulina okuba tumanyi endwadde eno eya mukenenya eyatulumba mu myaka eyo neeta abantu bangi, naye ekirungi kiri nti eggwanga lyavaayo n'omukulembeze waffe Yoweri Kaguta Museveni nga ataddemu amaanyi ne tugeza okugiziyiza. Kati tekyali y'amaanyi ennyo naye ekyaliwo. Tukyalina abantu bangi ate tugitaddeko ensira tulabe nti wetutuukira omwaka ogwa 2030 tube tumazeewo kituyita AIDS eno.
Okay.
Endala yetuliko ye endwadde ya tuberculosis. Endwadde eno eya tuberculosis nayo ekyali nnyo yankizo mu ggwanga kubanga buli mwaka tusuubira nti abantu abawera close 10,000 balwala endwadde eno mu bitundu ebitali bimu. Endwadde endala communicable disease zibadde kati tulina mpox weeli eva ku muntu negenda ku muntu mulala yaze nga outbreak naye erudde okuvaawo tukola n'amaanyi kulaba nti eveewo naye twagala abantu okujumbira okugyewala. Twagirabyeyo nga ebiseera ebisinga nayo eringa HIV eyita mu kubeera ng'oyegase n'omuntu omulala nga totodawo kalimpitawa oba akapiira. Ne yetwavaamu eri yadde ekyaliko mpolampola COVID-19 ezo zonna n'endala nyingi, communicable diseases nyingi, ne era n'obwowulira diarrheal diseases, n'obwowulira nga kolera, ezo zonna ziri communicable diseases.
Weerabidde hepatitis B.
Hepatitis B okyogedde.
Yeah.
Yes, hepatitis B nayo kati eri wano erese ebizibu naye tusuubira nti bwe tuba tukolaganye wamu naamu tujja kuziziyiza. Kati mandate yaffe eri mu kuziyiza ezo endwadde tulabe nti tuzimalawo. By 2030 we should end AIDS as a public health problem, we should end malaria, we should also end hepatitis, tuberculosis. So we need all your support in preventing these diseases.
Okay.
The good thing, some of these diseases, we have some vaccines that we have deployed. So all the vaccine preventable diseases that we are trying to eliminate or eradicate, like polio, all those, the list of them are communicable diseases. So that's why we encourage each and every parent to ensure that their child is immunized against these communicable diseases. Most of the vaccines are finished by the first year of life, but there are some, like now the malaria vaccine, which we have brought on board, which you have to take also at 18 months and others. Then we have vaccines like the one for HPV, or and when you get exposed to HPV, some people is the reason they get the cancer of the cervix.
Yeah.
So it's the cancer is a non-communicable disease, but what causes it is from infection of a communicable organism.
Okay.
So, but we have a vaccine for the young girls, and we want at least all young girls to uptake this vaccine so that we don't get a lot of cancer of the cervix like we have in our country.
Okay.
Yeah, the hepatitis, yes, you talked about hepatitis. We also have vaccines for hepatitis.
Okay.
And this month, I think, we launched the birth dose for hepatitis, which we think is going to be the game changer. If every mother, after delivery, the child receives this vaccine within 24 hours of birth of their baby. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Our viewers, tugenda kubanga twogera Luzungu n'Oluganda kubanga ebintu ebimu tuba tulina obiteeka mu Luzungu. Naye tutunuulire bannayuganda. Tujja giyita behavioral change or our behaviors. Endwadde zino zonna z'oyogeddeko HIV, tutunuulire mpox and hepatitis B. Most of these, ne malaria yennyini. Malaria obutimba bw'ensiri bulunda enkoko. And people these days no longer fear HIV. Have been in most of the ministry campaigns for end HIV by 2020, by 2030. But when you go to some, I remember last year we had our partners of IBH. I hosted them and they were saying they are those people who are really badly off. And for them, they are looking for daily survival and they don't care. So what, as ministry, what are you doing to change, to try and do campaigns for behavioral change for such people? Because when we were growing up, we used to see a lot of campaigns and they were going on. What is the ministry doing to revive those campaigns?
Yes, there is some laxity in the prevention of diseases, most of these communicable diseases. Like we have said, for example, if we start with malaria, which is the most notorious that we have, that is disturbing our people. The mosquito nets, the government gives them free. But some people do not want to sleep under a mosquito net. Then they will come with malaria, and then they will say, there are no medicines in the health facility. But the government has already invested a lot in protecting you against this disease. If we were taking the prevention measures, then the medicines that we maybe would need would be much less, and they would be adequate for those who actually would have to fall sick. For HIV/AIDS, the prevention message, the ABC still applies to all of us. If you are not supposed to engage in sexual activity, delay it until the right time. If you actually have to, there is a condom. Use it. It is very, very protective that you use these measures that we have put in place. If you are married like me and you, stick to your one partner. Yes. And if you cannot do that, then the condom is also in place. So we have preventive measures that are in place, and they are widely known. And for HIV, the ministry has really brought on board a number of stakeholders to support the process of awareness creation, including their organizations at community level that are out there that can be able to sensitize the community about HIV. But also using our structure within the ministry, the VHT, the CHOOSE. VHT is a village health team member. The CHOOSE is a community health extension worker whom we are establishing at parish level. All these are equipped with information about these diseases, and they should be able to give you information to prevent the diseases. All the different ministries for HIV are expected also to have messaging for the people that come to them about HIV/AIDS prevention. And for tuberculosis, also we have engaged managing both HIV and TB, that ministries and agencies have messaging. Recently I was passing on Katonga, the construction site. At least you can see there's a message on tuberculosis, there's a message on HIV. It helps because we know as people engage in those activities, they can interact with so many people. Others will end up having unprotected sex. So they need information and they need the services. At least there should be condoms available for the people who are on such sites.
Don't you think you have so much concentrated yourselves in the city centers, and you have neglected this rural young man, a young woman out there who is growing up and reckless enough? You know, we've seen statistics shows that there are some regions in Uganda, especially currently the eastern region, we have very many young mothers. We have very many young families growing up, and we're seeing very many new infections coming up, especially with HIV. Don't you think we need to go down there and really put the mission down there?
We need to revive the drive in messaging, but also we need the public to take caution. The public needs to take their lives, have responsibility over the actions that they are doing. Because when you not heed to the preventive measures we have put in place, and you just go reckless, you end up becoming a burden also to the system, the health system, because we'll need to add more ARVs to what we've been procuring. But also it affects the way you you operate. So you don't remain free operational like you would have if you didn't have. Although the ARVs will improve your quality of life, you never know how your life will be after contracting the disease. So it is very important that those who do not have yet HIV/AIDS use the precaution measures and prevent HIV.
Okay.
Those who are living with HIV adhere to their medication, because we know that if you are taking your medication very well, your viral load is undetected, then you are less likely to transmit the virus to others. But still, we encourage that in case you want to engage in sexual activity, you also use protective wear like the condom.
In your experience, I don't know whether have you ever gone to one or two universities in Uganda?
Of course.
Compare it with the times you were in school, and compare the youth of your time and the youth of today. When it comes, because it starts with these youth, these young people, because we are getting very many infections in young people currently, compared to the older generation.
Like you said, we need to revive and maybe redesign the way we reach out to the young people, because like right now the use of technology has diverted the young people from the traditional ways we communicate to them. So we need to have messaging to targeting these young people. I agree with you that the behavior, the conduct, when you compare the current generation to the our generation and beyond, is quite different. So the approaches also have to be tailored to the generation needs and the technology advancements that we have. Okay. And this, we are working closely with our stakeholders to make sure that we have appropriate messages for all spaces that these people are engaged in. But also engaging them as the youth, as the young people in these processes of the engaging their colleagues. It also can help in influencing the way they interact and also uptake the prevention services that are available. Yeah.
Have you tried to do what they call peer-to-peer?
Of course.
Peer-to-peer, these young
especially
adults.
in HIV/AIDS,
Yes.
We have those programs for the young people. We have there are even services offered for friendly services for the youth and adolescents. And when they come to these services, there are colleagues there to support them. But also within the institutions, the peers are also available.
Actually, I call them child-to-child. Child-to-child program, because that's what they used to tell us.
Child-to-child.
That's what they taught us when we were young back then. They used to call them child-to-child programs. But I don't know what this generation. Then let's talk about something else. That is about the parenting style. One time the ministry was introducing a package to talk about sex education. All talking openly to the young generation. As a department, has this yielded anything, letting the parents talk to the children about the reality of these communicable diseases?
That is an ongoing process. Parenting depends on the parent also. And it's not easy for you to measure how far the parent has gone with engaging their children. But it's something that is encouraged for every parent to support their growing children to prevent these diseases. Okay. Especially not to engage in sex when it is not yet time for they are not of age. You talked about a growing number of young girls who are mothers. So we continue to work with the parents, but also with the other stakeholders, community leaders, to see how best this the young generation can be further groomed to avoid such risky behaviors.
Okay. Okay, let's look at the campaigns and the mandate you have as Minister of Health. What are you doing to reach out to the community? What style should someone expect to receive you in, especially us, the community out there?
So in a bid to really make the prevention and care services available to all people in the country, a number of campaigns have been designed to augment what we have at our health facilities. We know there are communities that are not easy to access our health services where they are. But also there are communities who are very engaged and they take their health secondary. And by the time we get them into the health care, the diseases they have already advanced. But also the access to information like we have talked about. So the campaigns are helping us in a number of ways. One, to improve on our vaccine coverage for the children less than 5 years. Like we'll be having the integrated child health days in October. Those will help us in supporting the children that require immunization that have not accessed it to access it.
Okay.
So we encourage every facility, every district to get involved in these child health days to improve on the access to the vaccines for those who are eligible. We also have now ongoing the community awareness, screening, testing, and treatment services and disease prevention for tuberculosis, for malaria, for HIV, and also checking on the sanitation at the household level, and many others. So this campaign of community awareness screening is an integrated campaign. It handles both communicable and non-communicable, but also sanitation-related issues at household level. We check the nutrition status of the children, for example, and advise the mothers. We check the households if there are women who are pregnant and see whether they access antenatal, and if they have not, link them. And then the other beautiful thing, I think this year, we have introduced the use of the chest X-ray at community level. Okay. Now, whereas the screening with asking for symptoms and so on was good, it was not picking all the people that have, especially likely to have tuberculosis in the community, okay, or have, for example, enlarged heart at community level, or have any abnormality in their lungs. Now, this X-ray screening approach is going to help us to get this service very close to the people who would not have otherwise got it. You will know that X-ray services are available at higher level facilities. Mm-hmm. So at people very far away in the communities may not be able to access such services. Mm. Yeah, for the campaigns, we can, for now, stop it at that. But we also have another campaign that is coming up for yellow fever, still vaccination to catch up for those who have not been vaccinated against yellow fever. It will be coming up also in the next month. Then next, yes, we normally do the long-lasting insecticide-treated nets, mosquito nets campaign. Mm-hmm. That one is also another campaign that we normally run to promote disease prevention at community level.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, people usually ask us for those things, the mosquito nets, but good enough it is done at LOC level. And actually, I wish you people, mwebaza kuba VHTs, they are doing a very good job. Mm-hmm. I have a certain group I'm in and it has some VHTs. They usually report to me, they are doing a very good job,
and we appreciate their work.
They are really
the first the first level
The
of the
responders.
health service is with the VHT.
Okay.
So they are within the community where people live.
Yeah, true. So, byebyo munange naye we really appreciate as the community, but there are very many questions which really usually come up when it comes to some of these issues, and really when we get to talk to you, it really matters so much. When we see these campaigns, how they are usually random, how is the public perceiving it? Because it takes a lot of convincing sometimes. What are the results? What has been the response generally?
So whenever we conduct a campaign, for example, when we do integrated child health days, we get almost over 100% of our targets that we have set, meaning that the community actually comes out and uptakes the service that we take to them. And we want to thank the community for that. When we have the community awareness screening, if I use the TB numbers, we normally see a lot of TB patients diagnosed from the community level during that short time. It normally happens over a period of about 5 days or so. And then when we do the mosquito net campaign, you know how much many people
we usually fight for those
yes,
mosquito nets.
Yes, everyone wants the net.
Okay, let's
but
take
when it comes to using it, we don't know what happens. We would encourage that everyone who has a mosquito net sleeps in the mosquito net, so that we can end this malaria from our country. The last one I wanted to talk about is that we are organizing an integrated conference for communicable and non-communicable diseases. It will be from the 3rd to the 7th of November at the Commonwealth Resort Munyonyo. And we are partnering with the academia. All universities are expected to be part of this conference.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's take a break. Alex Salam TV kangendeko mukuwumula mu bulango bw'amakama bwetukomawo tugenda omukulu agenda tubuulira buno obuntu bwetwekebeza buno obwa siriimu buba butubuulira bituufu. Ministry ya buyisa tova ku Salam TV.
"2026 is calling and your voters are watching, listening, scrolling and streaming. Ready to lead? Then it's time to be seen, heard and remembered. Next Media is your campaign partner. From TV to radio, digital to mobile, even influencer power, we get your message everywhere. Whether you're running for MP or local council, it's your time, your voice, your victory. Book your space now with us on 0761 001 890. Better steady, be better.
I have personally not been scammed because, well, being my line of work keeps my antennas up, my fraud antennas up. And as I do awareness, I also get tips on what's happening. So yes, there are attempts, but they've not been successful. The quick tip I normally give people is every number that calls you that is not saved in your phone should be the first flag of this could be Mufere. So if any number calls you and it's not saved in your phone, it's not in your contacts, that should be the first flag. Now, the moment you answer that call and someone starts telling you, I am a manager calling from here, I'm calling from UCC, I'm calling from... that one is definitely emufere. Don't even engage them. You who's aware of the tricks that Dabafere use, please help the people around you, your network, to also be steady, so that we all become steady and frustrate Dabafere.
In partnership with Uganda Communications Commission and NBS.
Good evening and welcome to the greatest show on earth. This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come.
Let's go! Wherever you are, whatever your reason, it's on SuperSport all season long. Get and stay connected to DSTV Compact and GoTV Super Plus with Kawiki available on DSTV and GoTV.
One by one makes a bundle. United Media is your gateway to a countrywide radio station. With a coalition of more than 120 radio stations, 15 TV channels, 20 online publications, you can cover every region and community with convenience and no hassle. Guaranteed impact with consolidated communication and localized engagement. Whether it's an MDA, development partner, FMCG or regular advertiser, United Media is a truly one-stop shop for your communication needs. United Media, together we will shape the future.
They were in Mutukula border. Nobody could believe that in Mutukula we could get lucky winners. We are happening to be here to reward one of our lucky winner of pay school fees campaign. And the bus has confirmed the payment came through from MTN Momo, and the parent has witnessed, and even the staff.
Ni musanyufu bya nkomerero simayina kumanya nze muwanguzi asookedde ddala ndowooza ku sayidi eno yaffe ey'Emutukula mu disitulikiti y'Ekyotera. Nkubiriza abazadde bannange bonna omukisa gye guli bya ddala. Nalina akasente ku simu kwe kunyiga *165 akamunyenye 8 n'ensembya y'akadaala n'engoberera emitendera egyo bwe gitambula n'ensobola okusasula ka school fees k'omwana. Neeyanzizza nnyo abamomo neeyanzeege. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala.
School fees with what? MTN Momo! Pesa linya 11 mpya funa Union smartphone mpya eyalaini ebbiri erina eryandapangazi ate nga ne storage yayo ya GB 32 kamera yayo kalibobbo ng'egirako ne Union Let's Go app. Sasulayo deposit wa mitwalo 4 zokka olwo olyoka osasulayo nusu lwenda buli lunaku okumala emyezi 8 kugirako GB 2 eza data buli mwezi okumala emyezi 8. Weefunire Union smartphone eno okuva ku office ya Union obe wali agent wa Union yenna. Okumanya ebisingawo tukubireko ku noti 326 5 noti 85 noti. Union, the better way.
Kulikayo mukumuloko okyali ku Salam TV olutimbo olw'emyebe toweerabira ku downloading Afro Mobile osobola okulaba TV wonna wobeera wonna wobosangibwa so that you can keep updated with Afro Mobile. It's the in thing to go. Watuwumulidde tubadde twogera ku ndwadde ezitawaanya ensi eno Uganda naye leero ndine Commissioner Dr. Stavia atubuulidde biki ng'ekitongole ekyebulamu bo biki bye bakola naye ggwe ng'omuntu ki ky'okoze okwewala ebintu bino. Doctor, tutunuulira abantu abataagala kwegemesa. Twali mu COVID, waliwo abaadojinga and some people didn't. Tebyaggwa bulungi. ne bagamba mwabeegemesezza mugenda kufa when they vaccinate you kino kye kibaawo waliwo abalina that smear campaign about vaccines naye ffe be bagemye there is nothing wrong with us omuntu akulaba kiki kyalina okumanya about vaccines especially mwe mutwala obudde ne muleeta vaccines zino ate nga za bwereere naye abantu ne bagamba ffe tujja kwegemesa
kyabulabe kizibu nti abantu gavumenti eteekako entegeka negenda nefuna obujanjabi nga kuno bwa vaccines kubanga si za bwereere no
muzisasulira naye ffe ne tuzifunira ku bwereere
bwe muzifunira bwereere nga eyagala nti abantu baayo bawone endwadde ezitali zimu naye ffe ne tutuuka wano ne tugamba sijja kutwala mwana wange naye ekiseera bwe kituuka omwana oyo nga afunye endwadde eno oba ojja kuba okyaliwo oba ojja kuba toliiwo omwana ajja kugamba bw'akizuula nti teyagemebwa ate n'afuna endwadde eno kijja kuba kimukosa nnyo n'endwadde eyinza kumuuta mangu kubanga zino vaccines ze tuleeta ziba nga zikebereddwa ab'ekitongole ky'ensi yonna nga zikozesebwa mu mawanga si Uganda wokka mu mawanga gonna nga bazitudde nti zikola ate tezirina bulabe ne bwandibadde nti oluusi mubeeramu abaana bafunamu okukosebwa ku lwa vaccine naye tebabeera bangi abaana abasinga bonna baba bulungi ate endwadde ezandibakute ziziyizibwa ku lwa vaccines ezo kati awo tubasaba nti mujumbire muleete abaana bagemebwe bw'ozaala omwana wo fuba olabe nti vaccine zonna zalina okufuna azifunye omwana ow'obuwala nga bwe tulaba kati kansa ya gundi ya nabaana nyingi mufa abakyala naye baleese eddagala nti bw'oba olikozeseza tojja kufuna kansa oyo hepatitis bw'oba ogifunye ejja kukosa ekibumba kyo ofune kansa y'ekibumba naye ekyo tuba tetukirowoozako wali nga tugaana omwana okumutwala wa mu kumugema n'ebirala so mbasaba mutwale abaana bagemebwe edda twali tulaba nga tulina omujjuzo gwa nakati weeguli kubanga temugema abaana bulungi ogwa measles gwagenda nga gukendeera naye kati kubanga temukyayagala kujumbira ebyokugema gukomyewo bw'oba olina omwana alina measles oba obulaminga neighbour wo atagema mwana we kubanga bwe tuba tetugema abaana bamala bakitegeeza nti mu community yaffe tumulimu bulinzi buli omu agema alinda oli twerinda ffena nga tugemebwa mwali mulaba abaana nga bakula ku lwa polio mwabalaba abaana nga tabasobola kutambula naye kati bakendera kubanga twagema ki abaana polio gundi kano aka gibasi wano mukaita kabangu ebbango kyali lingi naye kati mulowooza lyalagawa kubanga twagema abaana obulwadde bwaki bwakafuba ebbango eryo lyaleetwa ki akafuba kati bwe tubagamba mugema abaana omusujja tegubata ne mugaana era gujja kubakwata babeere nga I don't know what you call conversions.
Kuzidika,
kwesika. Ate omwana bwayesika emirundi mingi nnyo n'obwongo bwe
bwononeka.
Kati gezaako olabe nti owa mwana wo ekisaanidde ate okumugema kyekisinga n'omusomesa n'okumusomesa kubanga abaana abasomye tebalinga abo abatasomye mu kwewala endwadde.
Nina ebintu bina bye njagala okomentingeko. self test namba emu. What do you advise?
Kati eggwanga lirina abantu miliyoni ng'emu n'emitwalo 5 ngaawo abalina akawuka kano ka mukenenya. Naye bwe tugenda mu bitabo byaffe abatutuukiridde balinga miliyoni 1.4 ng'ana. Ekitegeeza nti waliyo abantu abaliyo batamanyi oba balina oba tebalina. Katwagezezaako ne tutwala ne tukebera mu betumanyi nti bano bayinza kuba balina akawuka ne tukola bwe tuti naye tetubazuula mwena mujje mufune obujanjabi. Kati okwagala kutuuka ku buli omu asobole okumanya ne tuteekako n'entegeka ey'okusobola kwekebera. Kati baleeta obusobola kukozesa kwekebera gye buli mu madwaliro agasinga. Naye kyandisaanidde ogende bakukebere oyite kati bw'oba oyekebedde bye twogeddeko by'okuziyiza otakwata akawuka oyinza kubanga tobimanyi. Bw'oyekebedde osa sirina n'ogenda ate n'okajjayo. Kiba kyandisaanidde ogende bakukebere ate bakuyigirize.
Okay. Ekyokubiri is PMTC. Ekyagenda mu maaso.
Ekyagenda mu maaso ate ekola.
Compare to 10 years ago to now.
Ekyagenda mu maaso era ekola egenda ng'ekendeeza abaana abo be tuzaala nga balina akawuka ka mukenenya.
Okay.
Mugende mujumbire ate tuba tusaba bw'oba ofunye olubuto genda mangu mu ddwaliro. Bw'oba ogenze nga bukyali ekyo nakyo kiyamba PMTC teena okukola bulungi.
Okay. Tutunuulire PrEP. Tukiyimbye nnyo bibiri PrEP ne PEP. Ate tubitegeera ffe.
Nze kye njagala mutegeere okusinga kwe kulaba nti mwewala okubeera mu mbeera ezo we mujja kukola ki kwatirwa akawuka akamukenenya. Ezi twogeddeko oba tonaba kutuuka yeewale. Bw'oba oli mu mufumbo beera namuno nga togenda walala nnyo nnyo. Naye bw'oba oyagala kugendayo bw'oba oyagala kutandika kwegatta akapiira weekali.
Netutunuulira abaana abali exposed because we have very many rape cases these days and defilement cases.
Kati bw'oba ogudde mu buzibu obwo ogenda mu ddwaliro abasawo bamanyi ky'okukola. Ogenda mu ddwaliro bw'oba oli musawo oyefumise ng'ojanjaba waliwo puroguramu awo ku ddwaliro kwennyini w'oli esobola kukuyamba. Ne bw'oba bakulwepinze genda mu ddwaliro kubanga oyakulwepinze oba tomanyi nga bw'ayimiridde.
Okay. Then nsaba okommentingeko ku abantu abamu complaining about scarcity of ARVs in some areas. Are we getting do we have a scarcity of ARVs in Uganda?
The ARVs which most people need are available. We have only, for those who are on the last resort of the ARVs, those regimens may be on and off, but most of the ARVs are available in our facilities.
Okay. Kale tusaba kwebaza obudde bwotuwadde. What would you have to say to your audience today as a last comment, as a take home for whoever watched you today?
Njagala kwebaza abasalaama kujja wano ne twogera ku by'okuziyiza endwadde, disease prevention. Disease prevention is better than cure. Kati bw'oba oyetangidde endwadde oba oli mu kifo kirungi okusinga oli atafaayo ate endwadde n'emukwata. Mbasaba mwenna tuziyize endwadde zino. Okugema tugende mu maaso tugeme abaana n'abo abalala baagala okugemebwa. Okusula mu butimba bw'ensiri, okugyawo ebyo ebitereka mu mazzi ate ensiri ne zizaalira ne zituleetera omusujja. Okunaaba mu ngalo okunaaba mu ngalo ekyo kiziyiza endwadde zino eza diarrhea eza okusinga ddala mu baana bw'oba ogenda kukuliisa omwana baba agenda kulya katunaabe mu ngalo bw'oba ovudde mu kaabuyonjo katunaabe engalo. Ekirala bwe tuba tuzimba ennyumba zaffe tulabe nti ziriko ebireeta empewo ne biyingiza ate ne bifulumya amadirisa n'obumooli. I don't know what you call it in Uganda. Yes, the ventilators. Those help us to have fresh air in our homes and they will prevent diseases that are airborne. Yeah, if you have enough, even at the workplace, if you have enough aeration where you are with others. Ekirala twewale okwegata nga bwe tusanze. Mulimu ebintu bingi ebivaamu HIV AIDS, the HPV which now results in CS cervix later. Now mpox is here. It also mostly goes through unprotected sex. So let's be able to prevent the communicable diseases. That is what I can say at individual level, but also at institutional and community level.
Thank you so much. Mulabe fulungi abadde ku Salam TV olutimbo lw'emirembe. Bingi nnyo bye twogeddeko naye tubadde twogera ku ndwadde ezimu zoyinza okuba nga wali ozirwaddekoko. Waliwo ebintu ebimu bye twereetera ffeffekka ne bakugamba weebake mu katimba k'ensiri gwe n'okakwata n'okateekamu enkoko n'okakwata n'okateekamu oba n'okatereka mu keesi ne bakugamba owaaye weegemese n'ogaana. Ne bakugamba bannayi weekuume gwe n'ogamba nze ntya lubuto. Naye ebintu ebimu ffeffekka tulina okwekuuma. Naye ekitongole kiba nga kituvuddewo, gavumenti etuviiriddewo etuteereddeko emiwaatwa okwekuuma obutafuna endwadde zino. Naawe weesitukiremukko, gamba munno, gamba mulirwanawo, mwekuume kubanga eggwanga lyetaaga abantu nga balamu. Obadde mulabe mulungi, njagala kwebaza gwe wekuumidde ku Salam TV. Sula bulungi, weeraba.
Eno ye Salam TV.
In 2021, a new idea was born. Omumanyi wa Salam TV, a platform where knowledge meets competition and dreams turned into reality.
Wamma butambala bweberi nakatambala ate buddu
mudwawulira naye byebusoga ngate mubibuuzaako.
Over 200 participants registered for the very first season, setting the stage for a tight and thrilling contest. From the intense battles, Nasa Sebagala emerged as the first ever Omumanyi champion, driving home a brand new car.
Mubannange bwe nali nabo nimba nti nawangula ekifo ekisooka. Allah nansobozesa nenfuna ekirabo eky'emmotoka, emmotoka empya ennamu.
Wakisa Hassan, the first runner-up, walked away with a plot of land and title.
Ng'omuntu nali wakubiri era ekirabo kye nafuna bampa ettaka. Ettaka nalifuna ne bampa n'ekyapa kyalyo nange nefuuka landlord mu ggwanga lyange.
Kino kye tukoze ky'omumanyi wa Salam twasazeewo kibeerewo buli mwaka.
My team knows that we don't debate whether or not we are going to participate in the activities during the holy month of Ramadan with Salam TV.
With support from big brands like MTN, Sam's Foods, Jumia Foods, Movit Products, Sema Properties, Babub Motors, Hill Water, S24 Genuine Parts and Accessories, and the campaign was a resounding success. In 2022, the contest got even bigger. School children battled out with the old. After vigorous auditions, 40 participants battled it out.
Omumanyi wa Salam TV wa 2022 yono.
Omukulembeze wa Islamic University in Uganda aba ayitibwa atya? Akulembera ssenkulu wa Islamic University in Uganda aba ayitibwa atya?
Mufti.
Ho tulimbye nnyo naawe.
Buli kimu kyonna kiri redde, emmotoka gye twabasuubiza eri redde, pikipiki eri redde, ekyapa ky'ettaka kiri redde, ne screen gaggadde. Omuntu yagenda okuba nga naye yeewangulira. Byonna ebirabo biri redde. Abo bonna abali mu finals omumanyi nti emmotoka yammwe yiino.
Segawa Hassan claimed victory, receiving a brand new car. Kakande Juma earned a land title, while Saidi Abdallah Kafero won a motorcycle.
Tusimira ddala naddala okumanyisa bannayuganda ebigenda maaso. It is only this because tosobola kufuuka mumanyi okujjako ng'onoonyezza okuki okumanya.
We value the programming, the broadcast of Salam TV. We value the commitment and support of all the sponsors. You are doing us wonders as a community. We know where we are coming from in terms of media and in terms of Muslim media in this country.
We appreciate the sponsorship from our partners, Gaso Motors, Millennium Properties and Mark Border. The atmosphere was electric. Then came Ramadan 2023 and with it, Season 3 in full gear. We experienced massive participation and unmatched excitement.
Uganda is 3 hours ahead of Greenwich or GMT. Which time zone is Uganda in?
Seko luzungu nga lungi nnyo. Ebutegeere. Seko ekigenda okunsula ekibuuzo ekyo luzungu.
The competition flooded with participants all eager for victory. Abdulwahab Abubakar emerged champion, rewarded with a Haji package. Kasule Ismail secured second place, worth a land title, and Isa Waiswa, who won a motorbike.
Njagala nnyo okwebaza Next Media wamu ne Salam TV okuteekateeka embeera efaananako bw'eti, okwagala okwempoweringa abasiraamu b'eggwanga wamu n'ensi yonna bagende maaso n'okusoma n'okunoonya amagezi. Kubanga obulungi buli mu kubeera na information. Information is power. Naffe abamulait kyovala twava ne tugamba nti buli anaaba nga atambulidde mu mbeera eyo ey'okunoonya okumanya, naffe tujja muwereekerera n'okumufuula landlord.
We felt as Tawakal Travel would give that gift that is the most important in an Islamic person's life, and a gift that lives with you for the rest of your life. And we commit our partnership with Salam, Next Media Group, and all the other partners that we continue to work with to continue being part of this journey, and we hope that we can continue adding quality to your lives as we move together. Thank you very much.
Big up to our sponsors, Tawakal Travels, Amrite Investments, Sam's Foods, Movit Products, Plascon and Salam Charity Foundation. In 2024, Omumanywa Salam became even more colorful and intense. Auditions brought in more talent and 60 participants fought through the finals. The questions got tougher, tension rose and some fainted under pressure.
Tulina ekigambo OIC kiri abbreviated. Kyekimufula.
Organization of International Criminals.
Ho tulimbye nnyo naawe.
In the end, Bossa Ayub triumphed, winning a Haji. Abubakar Cheyune walked away with a land title and Semanda Ashraf winning a gas package.
Alhamdulillah hijja bagituwadde era nga bumunda bakombati yino tugitaddeko
ingidde emikolo
twatandise emikolo
labbaika
Allahumma labbaika
oli mukati
sebo mukama wange somba kakasa nti hijja kituufu ebya salamu bituufu ebya muzaata bituufu ebya Chapa General Enterprises bituufu sebo mukama wange
amin
twakolagana ne